my past was written in pencil, I would have put my eraser to work. If my past was an acute pain, I would have swallowed some pills of F-back to blow my pains away. I had it all till I entertained this thought I needed more. Little did I know it was a proud and selfish thought. So I took my possession and left to a no man's land, a place far beyond parental control, a place where I could cuddle and fondle with as many women as I liked, a place I'll be my own boss, do anything I wanted without having a second thought. Yes, it happened and I lived that life. I can still remember those moments. I felt high and strong, and if anybody had approached to talk his mind, I would have given that person a knockout, a KO, because I've sniffed some coke and taken some bitters we call Adonko. Yes, I followed the crowd, I followed the status quo, although I knew that wasn't what I was supposed to do. Yet I couldn't control myself, as if I was being controlled by this zombie spirit. I only moved in my stomach direction. I was blindfolded with a veil of riches and fame. Now I know it was a big shame. Now I'm stranded in this desolate land and I'm in pain without gain. I think I'm going insane. Here I am mingling and dining with swines. How many of my father's servants beg for bread? I'll go back to my father, and like rebels, I'll pledge my allegiance to him with all my heart, with all my strength. I'll seek to honor his command. I'll let him know before then my life was being controlled by the deceiver. He promised better things he would deliver, like Papa's pizza. He told me he'll bring me to my every destination. He'll be my Uber. Little did I know he was a deceiver. He came to kill, steal, and destroy. The little I had he took and left me hanging on a hook of pain, diseases, and sorrow. I'm now going back to my father. The devil may have tricked me, but I faint not. Although my outward man perish, my inward man is renewed. So I rose up early in the morning to my father's land, to the land I was brought up. I saw my father from afar, and all I could do was to bow in shame, because I had guilt written all over my face. I allowed the storm over my paradise, because I was cursed by the sea. I wore a crown of tears. Joy, hope, and peace was what life took from me, just hoping that God would give me a second chance. But when I lifted up my head, as if I was dreaming, and if it was a movie, it would have been a telenovela, because at that moment my heart was beating like kum. At that moment my heart was beating like kum. I saw him from afar, and all I could do was to bow in shame. When I lifted up my head, as if I was dreaming, and if it was a movie, it would have been a telenovela, because at that moment my heart was beating like kum. I saw my father, and I bowed down in shame. I cried out to him. Although I was a strong man, because I used to take some pills of Viagra, but here I was just a prodigal son. So I went on my knees and said, Daddy, forgive me, for I did not know what I did. Although it may not seem logical, so you may consider me a prodigal son, but please forgive me. But what he said changed my life forever. He said, I showed you my grace, but you neglected it for disgrace. Thank God you finally found the right place. So you ordered the servants to give me a coat of many colors and kill the cow that seems fattest. He made me a great feast. He made me a great feast. And so some of us here may be like that prodigal son, but I want to assure you that God, he never forsakes us. He's not a deceiver. For what he has said, you surely deliver. He's always connected like Wi-Fi. He never forsakes us. And so I don't know how far you've gotten to, but God is calling you. Wherever you are, God is calling you, and all he wishes is for you to come back home, because his arms are wide open to receive you back as a son. Thank you.